we stop working on. We've got 2 young children, Lily and Jack, who've gone missing from their home, and it is a Missing Persons Act investigation still at this time. But we need to find answers to that. There's a lot of legitimate public concerns about how 2 children go missing and we can't find them. So we're going to continue until we have answers. So you got 2 kids missing under those kind of circumstances. To me, definitely a major crime and a possible criminal offense somewhere. Areas, to me, may very well have happened.
Not to mention a $150,000 reward for information, something Hoskins says you don't typically see in missing persons files.
All the techniques for a major crime are on display. They just haven't said it is a criminal investigation.
When the search first began back in May, sniffer dogs were called on scene.
The search for missing children, Jack and Lilly, has raised more questions and answers from the very beginning. But tonight, something feels different. Something's shifting. Because for the first time, based on Daniel Martell's own words, it feels like we might be closer to the truth than ever before. They're not here. That's what Daniel said over and over. Come on, I've been asking you to bring the cadaver dogs to come check. They're not there. Those aren't words you just throw out casually when 2 children are missing. Those are words that sit heavy in your chest, words that make you wonder how he can speak with such certainty. 2 children, gone. Jack Sullivan was just 4 years old, Lily, 6. On May 2nd, 2025, they disappeared from their home in rural Nova Scotia. That day turned a quiet community upside down. Helicopters swarmed the skies. Volunteers combed through thick woods. Search dogs were brought in. But the days turned to weeks. The weeks turned to months. And now, more than 5 months later, the questions only get darker. The RCMP still calls it a Missing Persons Act investigation. But behind the polite press releases and measured answers, it's obvious something isn't adding up. The sealed letter. Let's start with what we do know. Another YouTuber, digging where mainstream media won't, filed a FOI POP request. That's Canada's version of a FOIA request, a Freedom of Information Act filing. What came back is explosive. A letter from the RCMP Major Crimes Unit. It states clearly that investigators have reason to believe there are individuals who hold information that can lead them to Jack and Lily. And more importantly, they do not believe the children wandered off. This wasn't speculation. It was written, signed, dated. Chief Superintendent Dan Morrow himself recommended that the case be added to the Major Rewards for Unsolved Crimes program for a full year. And then the letter was sealed away from the public, from the families, from everyone, which raises the question that has haunted this case ever since. What do they know that they won't tell us? The cadaver dogs arrived too late. It took 5 long months for cadaver dogs to be brought in again. October 8th, 2025, 2 teams from British Columbia, Inspector Luke Reddy with his dog Narc and Sergeant Dave Wan with his dog Kit, searched 40 kilometers over 3 days. They scoured the woods where Jack and Lily were last seen, the property, the trails, the pipeline, even the area where that now infamous pink blanket was found. They didn't find human remains, but that doesn't mean there was nothing there. Anyone who studied these cases knows that in 5 months, anything can happen. Weather, wildlife, people. If someone moved the children, if evidence was disturbed, that's time the truth doesn't get back. Daniel Martell had been begging for those dogs for months, and when they finally came, they found nothing, which in itself might be the loudest clue of all. The rumors that won't die. When official information is locked away, rumors rush in to fill the silence. Rumor 1. There was a party the night before the children went missing. Several people were reportedly on the property, some living there, some visiting. But no one, not RCMP, not the press, has released a full list of who was there, what they saw, or when they left. Rumor 2, there was digging on the property. Some say it was for a swimming pool. Others whisper about something far darker. But again, no official answers. Rumor 3, cars were seen coming and going late into the night. Headlights moving through the trees. People who knew the kids were there. People who were never named. And then there's the mother. Just like in the Sebastian Rogers case, she disappeared after giving a brief interview. Packed up, gone. How does a mother disappear when her children are missing? That silence, intentional or not, has fueled speculation for months. Are these rumors facts? No, but they exist because the truth has been hidden. At every press conference, RCMP has used the same language. We're still investigating under the Missing Persons Act. We follow the facts and the evidence. But for people like former officer Jim Hoskins, the writing is on the wall. 2 kids missing under these circumstances, that's major crime territory, period. $50,000. That's the reward currently on the table. You don't put up that kind of money for a runaway case. That's what you do when something criminal has happened. Behind the official statements, everything, the reward, the sealed documents, the search tactics, points to a far darker reality. Daniel Martell has been a constant figure since day one. He's the one demanding cadaver dogs, the one giving statements to the media, the one who frankly seems to know too much. Is he just an invested local desperate for answers, or does he know more than he's saying? It's hard to ignore the confidence in his voice when he says, "They're not here." Confidence or certainty? Myrna Cheshires, right? The last day Jack and Lilly were seen. Who saw them? Who tucked them in? Who was awake at the house that night? Where is the last verifiable timestamp? What vehicles were there? These are basic questions in any missing persons case. Yet months later, those answers are still sealed. Not unavailable, not unknown, sealed. And the longer the timeline remains a blank, the harder it becomes to find the truth. Here's the thing about silence. It speaks. Every sealed letter, every redacted report, every vague press statement sends a message. Someone out there knows what happened to Jack and Lilly. Someone saw something, heard something, maybe even helped cover something up. And every day they stay quiet. The people who love those kids are forced to live in that silence. Jack loved toy trucks. Lilly loved pink dresses. They should be home, running, laughing, making noise. Instead, their faces are on posters, their names whispered in comment sections, their case stalled between rumor and official silence. When cadaver dogs came too late, when letters were sealed, when timelines disappeared, the people who failed them were not Jack and Lilly. It was everyone else. This case isn't just about two missing children in rural Nova Scotia. It's about how silence kills cases, how sealing critical information can let rumors fester and predators walk free. It's about how, in the vacuum of truth, lies thrive. And it's about how you, watching this right now, could be the difference. Maybe you saw something. Maybe you heard something. Maybe you've been holding on to a piece of information because you thought it didn't matter. It matters. Call the Northeast Nova Major Crimes Unit. Contact Crime Stoppers anonymously. Don't wait for someone else to come forward, because silence is what got us here. These children deserve more than theories, more than whispers, more than sealed letters. They deserve the truth. If you've made it this far in the video, then you already care. And if you care, don't just scroll away. Hit subscribe to New Detective Sherlock. Share this story. Comment. Keep their names alive. We're not going to let this fade. Not Jack, not Lilly, not now, not ever. Because the truth has a way of surfacing. Jack Sullivan, age 4. Lilly Sullivan, age 6, missing since May 2025. Rural Nova Scotia.